In the blistering heat of Canaan, the sun hung heavily in the sky, casting a fiery glow over the rolling hills. Dust billowed as Joseph sprinted across the terrain. His tunic, a gift of vibrant colors from his father, fluttered behind him, a symbol of both love and division. As he approached his brothers, their expressions was a storm rising on the horizon. The scowls on their faces were sharper than any desert thorn. Joseph's heart thumped in his chest with each step he took. His dreams had been troubling but vivid, images of sheaves bowing, stars and planets aligning, to which he had shared with his brothers, who nurtured their envy to a beast. "Here comes the dreamer," one of his brothers exclaimed, his voice thick with disdain, setting off a cascade of agreement. Hands grabbed him roughly, pushing him toward the pit, a cavern in the earth, dark, cold, and unwelcoming. Suspended over the abyss, Joseph's fear surged, his heart a caged creature. He pleaded with them, each word a mosaic of desperation, but their hearts were granite, unmoved by familial ties. As he tumbled into darkness, reality shifted. He was alone, betrayed by blood and earth. In the prison of his brother's making, time ceased to have meaning. The shadows stretched like chains, binding him in despair and loneliness. But amid the isolation, his faith flickered, a fragile flame. Joseph whispered prayers to the silent heavens, seeking solace and understanding in the tumult. The rustle of footsteps above, a foreign cadence, heralded new torment. A rope snaked down, its fibers rough against his skin as they hauled him upright, blinking into the light, a landscape irreversibly changed. Sold for silver, Joseph was shackled, driven through the sands toward an unknown fate. Each step, weighted with clanging chains, echoed his betrayal and scattered dreams. Egypt loomed ahead, splendid and daunting, an empire poised under the gaze of massive pyramids. Once within the grandiose walls of Potiphar's abode, the cool marble offered respite to weary feet. Joseph took in his surroundings, the ornate halls, the whispers of silk garments, the heady aroma of myrrh. Here, amid such luxury, he carved out a niche, a place where his talents were valued and trust tentatively bestowed. But even as he rose within the household, a storm brewed. Potiphar's wife, with her manipulative gaze and soft-spoken lies, twisted the truth until it snapped. Accused falsely, Joseph stood in chains once more. Here, in the bowels of an Egyptian prison, darkness wrapped around him like a shroud. Yet, within the depths, Joseph clung to the golden thread of his dreams. They were no longer whimsy, but a beacon amidst despair. As nights passed, whispers in the cells told tales of others who dreamed, echoes that called to Joseph's gift. He listened to Pharaoh's butler and baker, their hopes entwined with his own destiny. Interpretation came as naturally as breathing. In the dim chambers of the prison, his words spun futures, unveiling the tapestry of God's plan. Years slipped by, seasoned with patience's bittersweet wine. Joseph's faith was not a grand banner, but a seed growing quietly, nurtured by hope and unwavering belief in divine purpose. When the sun rose on the day Joseph was summoned by Pharaoh, the halls of the royal palace stretched ahead, chambers kissed by sunlight, adorned with opulence beyond imagination. The presence of Pharaoh was palpable, intimidating yet dignified.